Hello YouTube, this is a video I've been meaning to make for a little while now, but basically a few years ago I applied for and ultimately was successful getting, which I was quite pleased with, a job teaching English for Interac in Japan. Now ultimately, sadly, I wasn't able to take this in the end for a few reasons, but primarily COVID was what stopped me going out there. But I thought it might be nice to put this video out as it might be interesting to some people, maybe even useful. Because at the time I was applying for this, I found looking at other people's examples of their applications, in particular the demo lessons, which is what this is, were quite useful and interesting to watch. So I'm going to put that out shortly. The task I put out was broken into four. First, an introduction, just of who you are, a bit about yourself. Second, reading a set script just to demonstrate your speaking skills, your elocution. And then 3 and 4 were demonstration lessons. And we had guidelines for this, but for task 4 it was particularly to do with giving directions to a class and talking about different directions, like going forward, going left, going straight. So I thought that would be quite interesting to tie in. You were allowed to go with your own theme, so I made it a Where's Wally themed directions lesson, because I thought that'd be quite fun, because you sort of think about, you know, where's Wally, where is he hiding, what direction is he in. So I thought that would tie in quite well with giving directions. And so I'll show that shortly, but also they gave you certain guidelines and advice along with the 4 tasks. Things like try to have good lighting, be formally dressed, which means for men wearing a suit and a tie, trying to have not too busy a background where you're filming and have good lighting, and try to, if you engage the class, don't point with just a finger, as that could be seen as a bit rude and formal, but try to gesture with your entire hand. Things like that. And also to make sure you include certain things in the lesson. Like, for example, correcting a student and saying, no, that's not quite, it's this, and then show a correction in there. So I'll show those guidelines shortly, and then we'll go over to the video. Yeah, so that's it really. And so without any further ado, I'll hand you over to slightly younger and more formally dressed Luke to show you the lesson. Hello, my name is Luke Whitaker. My background is in law. I studied law at university, and that led me to develop a great interest in Japanese law when I had the chance to study that as a module. And also during my time there, I had the chance to take part in mentoring different students who were interested in pursuing law as a career, taking part in debate and mooting exercises to sort of engage my public speaking skills and gather my confidence. And also, since then, I've become engaged in retail work to have more customer interaction. And now I'm working as a researcher in offshore wind. And so that has given me greater exposure to the world and communication skills. And I've also had a long-held interest in Japanese history and culture. And I think in particular the reason I studied law was I've always had a very keen interest in the way the English language works. And so I want to pass that sort of interest and passion on to other students, which is why I'm here as an Interac ALT. This company was started over 30 years ago based on the philosophy of fostering global communication. This goal was first pursued through publishing and English instruction in business classes. Since then, the company has expanded into the ALT market to become the leading private organisation for ALTs in Japan. We now have over 2,100 ALTs living and working all over Japan, from Hokkaido to Kyushu. The company may be large, but we measure our success not in numbers, but in the joy of students and ALTs in the classroom. Okay class, today is a warm-up exercise. We're going to play a game of Find the Rhyme. And up on the board already we've got the words star, cat, house, clock and tyre. And so we're going to want to find a word that sounds like and rhymes with each of those in turn. So up first, we've got the word hat here. So who can think of a word up on the board that might rhyme with the word hat? Yep. Yep, that's right. Absolutely. That's hat goes there, right next to cat. Hat rhymes with cat. Fantastic. And up next, we've got the word fire. Can anyone tells me what here we have that sounds like the word fire? Yes? Yeah, that's wonderful. Fire sounds like the word tire. That rhymes, fire and tire. And so up next we've got the word mouse. So who can tell me what it should go with? Star, clock or house? What does that sound like? Yes? Yeah. Yeah. Fantastic. Mouse goes there with house, tire with fire, hat with cat. And so up next we've got the word sock. Who can tell me what that should go with on the board? Yes? Yeah, that's wonderful. So sock goes there next to clock. And so finally we've got car, and what does that leave us with on the board? Fantastic. So car goes with star, sock with clock, mouse with house, hat with cat, tire with fire. And so you found the rhyme. Okay class, today as our main exercise we're going to try learning some new vocabulary for directions, and then we're going to try finding our way around the board using them as well. So first up we've got the word straight, and you've got a straight arrow pointing up at it, as in straight. You've got the word left with a left arrow pointing towards the word left, going to your left. Right, you've got a right arrow pointing away from the word right, as it's going towards your right. And then you've got on the left, the word left here is on the left of the line. Then you've got on the right, and the word right here is on the right side of the line. Then you've got the word block, and you can see there are different blocks on the board. And here you've got a star that's on the corner of the block. And so we're going to want to use those words to help Where's Wally find his way around the neighbourhood and find different places to hide. So here Wally's next to this plain white house, and then over here 2 blocks on the left there's the red house, there's the green house, the hospital, and up here there's the blue house. So to start off with, if we wanted Where's Wally to find his way to the red house, he's going to want to move 2 blocks, and he's going to be there, and he's going to be on the left of the red house. Okay, so if we're taking Wally back here to the start, and we want to find the way to the hospital, which way do you think Where's Wally is going to want to go of the directions on the board? Yes? Yeah, he's going to want to go straight, isn't he? And how many blocks straight to get to the hospital do you think Where's Wally is going to want to go? Yeah, that's absolutely right. Where's Wally is going to want to go 2 blocks, and he'll find himself here next to the hospital. Okay, so from here, Where's Wally wants to move up, and he wants to hide inside the blue house and blend into the background. So what direction is he going to want to go in first, do you think, to get towards the blue house down here? Yes? Yeah, he's going to want to go straight, and then what direction do you think he should go in next? Left. Okay, well if he went left, he'd be going this way to the left. And so he's actually moving further away from the blue house. So if we were to move Where's Wally back, what direction do you think he should be going in? I think he should be going towards the right, and then he'll end up back here, and he's hiding now inside the blue house. So okay, let's go back to the start with Where's Wally, and let's say he wants to move now to the greenhouse, and he wants to be on the corner of the greenhouse. Which direction should he go to end up here? Yeah? Yeah. So he goes straight, and then he goes towards the left, and then he finds himself on the corner next to the greenhouse. Fantastic, right next to the greenhouse block. All right, class, fantastic. Thank you very much.